Have you ever felt so overwhelmed that it just seems like there are all these different things that you don't expect are going to come up, but they do? And I think that's really common. No matter how much you try to prepare or anticipate, sometimes we get overwhelmed and stressed, and it's just kind of a part of life. And I also want to acknowledge that it doesn't take away from how stressful it is. I want to validate that part because sometimes it really does suck when it's that overwhelming, and it can be pretty painful. But on a lighter side, what I want to talk about is one, how sometimes I used to think that worrying about something would make the worry go away. Like if I just worry, then somehow it'll solve the problem. But now I realize that it actually just leads to more ruminating. And then another thing that I've found to be helpful is to focus on the next 10 minutes. It's kind of like, okay, what can I do in the next 10 minutes? Maybe it's related to the worry, and maybe it's not at all. And then another suggestion that I have is, what is it that I can control now? And I think oftentimes we forget about those different activities that really bring us into the zone. And the reason that those really work is that there's an amount of challenge, and then after you get past those 20, 30 minutes, you get to this state of flow where you're just able to enjoy it, and it's like no one else can touch you when you're involved in it. Have you ever had that while you're deeply engaged in listening to music or working on a book chapter or doing something that you really love? And then the next thing I would say is just focus on what's most meaningful to you. And so even when you're overwhelmed, just focus on doing what brings you that joy. What is it? Those people that you need to be surrounded by? Is it those is it family members? What is it that